right, while fans were taking in World Cup games, the NYPD was on the hunt for human traffickers. During the tournament, the department says it arrested 89 people and rescued 43, which included 7 minors, very young kids. Anna Schecter, who covers crime for CBS News, spoke with NYPD officials in a broadcast news exclusive and is here with more. Anna, good morning. These are pretty eye-opening numbers.
They really are, and the World Cup brought so much energy and excitement to fans across the country. But what I will say is that behind the scenes, detectives were hard at work. The highest trained detectives were going in and busting up human trafficking rings.
While hundreds of thousands of fans descended on World Cup cities, so did human traffickers looking to make a buck.
We worked with our sex offender monitoring unit to visit these people ahead of the games, let them know that the NYPD is watching.
Inspector Gary Marcus is the commanding officer of the NYPD Special Victims Unit. He says his team arrested 89 people during the World Cup.
The most important number that we'll ever have is the number of victims and survivors that we're able to remove from their situation. So at 43 separate occasions, we were able to remove, at least temporarily, a victim of sex trafficking.
Once detectives bust up a trafficking ring and arrest the perpetrator, there's a victim right there with no resources and nowhere to go.
That's where Beck Sullivan and Restore NYC come in.
We have partners with some hotels locally where we can help ensure safety for them first while they kind of figure out what's next.
Those victims are often tracked up to 2 years to give them a fighting chance to start again.
So law enforcement agencies in other cities that hosted the World Cup also reported human trafficking arrests. One thing that jumped out at me is the NYPD told me some of these busts were actually initiated by good Samaritans who noticed something wrong and they spoke up and called 911.
That's pretty outstanding. It also leads to what I was going to ask you. How did the NYPD track down the suspected human traffickers?
Well, they did a lot of early work. So they actually have a registry of past human traffickers, convicted human traffickers who are out on parole. And they went and knocked on those doors. Plainclothes officers said, hey, we're just checking in. Are you complying with the terms of your parole? They actually found some of those people on that registry were violating the terms of their parole and made arrests based on that to try to get ahead of it. Then, like I mentioned, people calling in tips and saying, I don't know, I was in a hotel and something didn't feel right. And detectives went and followed up and found sometimes young women. 43 of them were rescued during busts during the World Cup.
And why put an operation like this forward during something like the World Cup?
That's a great question. So the NYPD says they're using the World Cup to shine a bright light, one, to throw resources and really do this detective work and have the backing of everybody, state, local, federal agencies to help them, but two, to talk to reporters like me afterwards to shine a bright light on an existing problem that is always there. Yes, there's more demand during the World Cup, but this is something that doesn't go away when the games leave.
Yeah, good to hear that some young people saved as well. Really remarkable. Anna, thank you very much.